Hello and welcome to Integrated Math 3. My name is Brian Ropp, and this video is for both the parents and the students of this class. I want to make everyone known of the site, which you guys, if you're watching this video, you have access to. Um, Schoology. I encourage both parents and students to constantly look at this site. We're going to be on it every single day, and especially as parents, you guys will be able to see the videos and the recordings of the topics that we do in class um, every single day that I deliver instruction. So I record all my lessons, and they're all posted here in Schoology along with assignments and daily activities. But currently, in the pathway here at the Career Center, uh, the state says we have to earn at least an Algebra 2 or its equivalent. And the equivalent of Algebra 2 is both Integrated 3 and Integrated 4 combined. So junior year, senior year. Um, and as you can see here at the end of Integrated 3, students can accomplish um, the Algebra 2 equivalent either by going to Algebra 2 and or continuing to Integrated 4. So that would be the decision that needs to be made at the end of the year. The course description, you guys can pause the video and read that if you'd like to. I'm not going to spend time on that, but I will skip to the course rationale. Integrated Math 3 is for any student who has had Algebra 1 and serves as a refresher of Algebra 1. So in the beginning of this course, we're going to spend a lot of time with equations and expressions and getting good with those skills. Towards the end of the year, we're going to be incorporating the geometry skills, and those vary from year to year as our labs change here at the Career Center. But for the most part, the bulk of this course is going to be the first half of Algebra 2. Specifically, um, we have these first 5 chapters. Before I get to that, this year is different. Of course, we're moving to one-to-one. So basic paper, pencil, folder, and calculator are still expected, but I would like for students to invest in a stylus. We're going to be, as you know, these are more than just a laptop. They are a tablet, so we can write on them and do math on them. So I know the supply store here at the Career Center, they're 40 cents for a stylus, and they work great. You can find them online even cheaper. And I'm even providing stylus here in the classroom for students that would like to purchase them from me for the same price or maybe even a little bit better. So very cheap and a great resource. Next is, of course, our laptop. Right, so every day, I mean, we're going to be in those almost every single day. Uh, it needs to be carried around and it needs to be charged. It needs to be charged. You have docking stations here in this classroom in which you can charge them if you need to. All right, grading policy. It's pretty spread out between 3 categories. We got homework, we have, which of course are daily assignments. Some of them are on Carnegie, some of them will be paper-based, just like we have in the past. And we have a second category, Carnegie, which is an online software, which gives us more practice with the concepts that we're covering in class. We're going to be doing that 2 days a week. Then of course we have our tests. All right, so our tests and quizzes, which are weighted the heaviest. Now this little example just kind of outlines an example of like, okay, you can get 100% on homework and 100% on Carnegie and fail, and I mean get nothing for your tests, and you would still average a 60% passing rate. So the only reason I gave that example is just to improve the students. Yes, summative is weighted the heaviest, but don't underestimate the power behind those other two categories of homework and Carnegie, and making sure that you're up to date on those, especially if I offer bonus. All right, then those are even more important, which I do. So take advantage of those things. You're able to reassess any summative assessments you want, as long as you have completed all homework and have done corrective learning on anything missed, and has to be completed by the following dates bulleted below. This is a huge opportunity. I wanted to give you guys the most opportunity to take advantage of your grade. I mean, you have control of your grade. I will assess you on whether you're right or wrong, but I will always allow you guys to improve. So all you have to do is make sure your homework is completed, and then you correct the things that you've missed, either with myself or with another classmate or with your online learning tools, and learn and correct your mistakes, and then come back and we'll take another test. And I'm going to average those two scores together. But obviously, in order for me to grade them and average them, I'm asking you to do all reassessing of tests by these dates, because if the first grading period ends on the 12th, this would be the previous Friday. So at least gives me a week to um, grade those on top of all the other things that I would have to be grading. In class work, all right, daily basis, warm up problems, um, uh, which is what I call formative practices. You're going to have homework. Some days we're going to be taking just notes. Again, all of those are expected to be kept, and will be kept all in your guys's computers. Failure to complete homework can result, of course, in a failing quiz or test score. I cannot stress enough, you can ask any student before, that all my tests and quizzes come from your homework. So I'm not wasting your time with the homework. I pull those questions right from there. Late work. Okay, it's going to be decided on my part and will come from the following factors. Is this person taking good notes? Are you taking advantage of the formative practice, the practice problems, and I'm just mentally checking to myself that this student is doing this correctly and the student is not? Are you participating in class? Are you being distracting in class? Are you basically doing everything that you can do to prepare yourself? So if you're doing all those things, I'm going to be far more lenient than if you're not. So it's going to be an individual basis. Well, of course, I cannot accept anything after the end of the quarter, but late work will be accepted, and it will be based on what you're putting into my class as far as how much time I will give you. Success. You have to pay attention and take good notes. These computers are going to do wonders of good compared to years past, because they are outlined for you. They're fill in the blank, a lot of them. So you're going to have a lot of the notes, and there's no way to lose them as long as you don't lose a laptop, which you definitely don't want to do. It's going to be there. You will have them, and you're allowed using those on tests and quizzes. So that's obviously number one in terms of having great success. Make sure you do everything on time, so you're not getting overwhelmed with trying to do makeup work on top of work. Math builds upon itself, so everybody knows that, but it's so true. So stay on top of it, especially with this technology. If you're absent for whatever reason, you should be able to go on to Schoology, see the assignment, print it off. You should be able to watch the video, learn the assignment, and not even be in this classroom, and still be able to come back to this classroom the next day and like you haven't even missed a beat. So take advantage of the technology at your disposal. To be successful, you must put forth an effort. It's simple, but I'm putting it in here because year in and year out, I can see students that want to do good, and the students that are here to go through the motions. It makes a big difference as far as what you put to the table, and I can read that from your assignments. I can read it from the expressions on your guys' faces. I can read it from your preparation for my class and how you come into it. So hold yourself to a career. I mean, this is a career school. Come in here like it's your job. I know it's not, but start preparing yourself as it is. To be successful, you of course make sure you're here. Absences, or I mean, are Not as bad, especially with this technology. I will admit that. But absences are absences. Sometimes the video is not going to be 100% um, as great as if you were in class. I mean, it's better than not having anything at all. But being in the classroom is going to do you the best good. Okay. So make sure you're prepared, doing your homework, participate, um, review. Okay, use the online notes that you're going to have on your guys' laptops and review those before quizzes and tests. I have 8th period as my planning period at the end of the day. And of course, every teacher is here till 3:15 every single day. And I even have students come in during my lunch period, which is 5th period, and come work with me then. So seek additional help. I am here to serve you, and you are in control of your grade. And allow me to get whatever your goal is. I want to be there to help you. So make me work. Um, Being unprepared, like coming into the classroom without a laptop, is automatically being extremely unprepared for this class. We're going to use them every day. Of course, not doing your homework on time. I mean, all those things that we um, do, it's got to be um, recorded. And I'm going to record them on progress books. So I can stress, especially for parents, make sure you have parent access because I record participation points, record daily um, participation from all the students and how they're doing. Even discipline is recorded in progress book in my class. So just make sure that you are prepared and responsible for your own behavior and positive attitude in my class. So with that, here are the fundamental things that I'm looking for every day. Um, so here, be prepared. That's the first thing I'm looking at. What do you have um, that you're bringing into my classroom? We don't have a book for you to carry. All right, I'm not going to make you carry a laptop and a book. All right, our book is in our laptop. Must have calculator, stylus, pencil, paper. Um, on time. If you're not, and I understand there's always circumstances, if you're not here by the bell and there's a good excuse that another staff member will write you a note, you better go back and get that note. Don't come in here late without a note, or else that would be a tardy. Um, Make sure you follow the policy. You guys went through the computer orientation. We're watching everything that you guys do on these laptops. Everything's recorded. Be responsible. I'm just no disruptive behavior. I mean, I love you guys working with one another, talking with one another, working together, but disrupting from my goals that I have set forth for that day. Um, I will address those, of course, but and let you know what those are, and you guys will get used to those things. But no disruptive behavior. Everything should be productive and moving forward towards our goal for the day. With all the computers here, make sure all drinks are on the floor. Follow the dress code. Make sure you're in your uniform for your labs. Make sure you look presentable. I mean, you're again constantly. We were constantly here at the Career Center trying to work on your social skills, the way that you present yourself, that you're going to be a career tech student, and that when you get to an employer, that's going to be a big part of your resume, and that you're going to stand out from an average student in this community. Um, Cell phones, there's no need to have them. We have the internet on your laptops. Of course, the big thing with these is the cheating aspect. It's been around for a while. A lot of stuff out there with math. Can't have them out. You can have them with you. I just don't want to see them, and please put them on silent. So I can go through warnings or several warnings if it's different things. That's usually the first thing I'm just going to let you know and let you know in front of the class so everybody knows, I don't like that. That's not acceptable, or that's disruptive. So I'll give you a warning, and then if it continues and that those aren't seem to be working, we'll sit down one-to-one and then parents, and then if between the parents and all these things, then we'll have to remove you down to ISS and follow those rules and procedures. So don't make us go through all those things. All those things will be recorded in progress book. Mention that right up here, especially for parents, every day it's all recorded. What you're doing in class, how you behaved, how you did, and what you brought forth that day. So take control of your own actions. Okay, with that being said, the video will end, and I would ask for these four questions to be filled out by yourself and as well as your parents. Thank you.